describe it like such. So you see the descent and you see the door in both passages. In Revelation chapter 4 and in Thessalonians chapter 4, you see a door was opened, or the Lord himself shall descend. So first thing we see is the door, a movement from heaven into this physical world. Secondly, you see the feature in these two chapters of a loud voice or a shout. Both passages, you see in Revelation chapter 4, and you see in 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, you see a loud voice or a shout or the voice of the archangel. You hear the voice shouting, a sudden cry from an unexpected place. That's why we titled the message this morning, The Midnight Cry. I didn't expect somebody to start yelling in the middle of the night. Have you ever had a child wake up in the middle of the night, having a nightmare or something like that, yelling their heads off? I have. It's a little alarming. Well, I didn't expect that to happen. Well, of course not. Nobody expects a child to start crying in the middle of the night. That's why it's alarming. That's why it's unexpected. Well, he's saying that there's a shout, there's a loud voice. It's a cry from an unexpected source in an unexpected place. Both passages, 1 Thessalonians 4 and Revelation 4, both feature not just the door or the descent, but also the cry or the loud voice. Thirdly, we see this other feature, that both passages mention the trump of God, or a trumpet. I've known a few people who play a trumpet. I've known more than a few people who play trumpet. I know a few people who actually play trumpet well, because there's a big difference. There's a big difference. If you've ever heard somebody play a trumpet really, really well, you know there's a big difference. It's not just making noise. But I'm telling you, the military use of a trumpet, I mean, we know all about the Army. We've seen things. We've heard stories of reveille, and we've heard stories of taps and all that kind of stuff, the different bugle calls, the sound of charge, you know. We even use those in baseball games, you know. And so everybody shouts charge. Why? Because we know the call. Because it's a call to action. That trumpet immediately means, and I mean from an ancient perspective, people have always used this trumpet as a call to action. And God here in 1 Thessalonians chapter number 4 and Revelation chapter number 4, both times uses this idea of this trumpet, or the trump of God. Get your attention. Wake up. It's time to go. It's a call to action. Fourthly, in both passages, we see the descent or the door. We see the shout or the voice. We see the trump or the trump of God. And then finally, in both places, 1 Corinthians 4 and Revelation chapter 4, we see this idea or this concept of this rise. Specifically in Revelation, I love this phrase. I'm looking for this phrase. Come up hither. I love the word hither. It doesn't mean thither. It doesn't mean go over there. Jesus is saying, come up to me, where I am. Come up here, where Jesus is, in the clouds, because he descended from heaven. There was a door opened. Now, we see all this together and we say we've just got to get literal. We've got to actually follow the command, understand that there was a command to go meet him where he is. And so if we get literal, we understand that some people will get left. Very quickly this morning, we have to remember that it matters. And I told you I was going to have you turn to another passage. We'll just do that very briefly. I won't try to spend much time, but Matthew chapter number 25. It's important for us to look at some of these passages because people get confused on this subject. There's a lot of bad teaching on it. Matthew chapter number 25, verse 25. I'm going to challenge some common perceptions here in this passage. Matthew chapter number 25, verse number 1. Matthew 25, verse number 1. Then shall the kingdom of heaven, this is Matthew, not the kingdom of God, kingdom of heaven, same thing, different word. Then shall the kingdom of heaven be likened unto